Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nautica Love, and we're back with another video. As always, before we get into the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you would like. Also follow me on all my social media. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It will be linked in the description below. And let's get into the video.
Give you all my love.
Alright y'all, if y'all haven't seen the title now, this story time is about how my friend ghosted me. Now this happened more recently, like this is the most recent story time I've done, because this happened just last year, because it's 2024, if y'all forgot, because I forgot, bitch. But anyways, like how my friend ghosted me, and it was unnecessary, and I feel a way about it, so I'm gonna speak about it. I'm not here to talk down on her, but girl, you tried it. Like, girl, what? But anyway, so my friend, I gave her the name Amy. Amy, we've been friends for like a very long time, for real, like since high school. Like, we've been friends, and she like one of my closer friends. Like, she has always been one of my closer friends, but we go on these spurts where like we talk for like a extended period of time, like months, maybe even a year, and then like she usually just disappear. Like, I don't know why she got this disappearing type of act, but that's kind of what she do. Like, and I don't want to put it all on her, because after a certain while, I don't reach out, she don't reach out, and it just go like that. This story that I'm telling y'all about, I feel like this fall on her. Like, I don't take no responsibility for it, because it makes no sense. We usually have these periods like where we fall off from talking to each other, and we don't talk to each other for a minute or whatever. And this go around, I kind of feel away, because to me, I feel like the intention was to ignore me. Like, usually we just, you know, over time, when you talk to somebody consistently over time, like, it starts to fall off. So it don't be like abrupt, because it was happening over time. But with this situation, this time it was abrupt. Now, Amy is one of my closest friends. As I said, like, she has watched my daughter. Like, only maybe like two or three of my friends have watched my daughter, including her in that number. So like, yeah, like, she was one of my close friends or whatever. This whole situation just didn't make sense to me, and it still don't make sense. So maybe she'll see this video and she can add some clarity. Around like October, like last October, for Halloween, me, my sisters, and my friends, we had planned to do a spooky movie night. Now, you know, everybody should know what a spooky movie night is. Basically, like, it's like you celebrating with your friends, watching like scary movies, having food, drinks, playing games. It's just like a Halloween party for your friends, but it's more intimate. It's not like a big thing. It's like a couple of friends or whatever. Basically like a Friendsmas or friendsgiving or whatever. So we had planned to do a spooky movie night. So I'm like, okay, cool. We had assigned everybody what thing that they were supposed to bring, whether it was food, drinks, games, decorations, or whatever. The person that was in charge of the decorations, she decided at the last minute she was going to tell us she wasn't coming. She really wasn't going to tell us until I reached out to her to see if she was still coming, because I didn't get a text back. And I'm just like, okay, are you still coming? And I reached out the day of, and she was like, no, I'm not coming. Okay, whatever. So when she dropped out, the other girl that was in charge of, I want to say the dips, like the rotel dip, the buffalo chicken dip, or whatever, like the girl that was in charge of that, she dropped out too. Okay, cool. So I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm over it. Like, because I don't know if y'all got them type of friends or family, like when y'all plan stuff, nobody ever, like, it never be the same amount of people from the jump that originally was planning it at the end that actually show up or that's able to go, or whatever the case may be. Like, I have friends and family like that, and the shit is annoying. Trust me, it's aggravating to the point that I don't be liking the plan shit. So I'm telling my one friend, you know, I'm letting her know, like, you know what, I'm just gonna cancel the spooky movie night, because I don't want to add more to my load that I already got. Like, I don't want to do no extra shit. I'm sorry. I don't want to go all out my way like that. Especially if people dropping out. Like, it's just no point. I'm over it, you know. And then it's last minute. The person that's supposed to get the decorations drop out, and I don't know that she's not coming into the day of. I don't have time to try to run around and try to find decorations and then still have to decorate. And I'm not doing it. So I just canceled it. After that, I had text Amy, and I'm like, well, yeah, the spooky movie night canceled. They didn't, it didn't follow through. Now, Amy was never coming to the spooky movie night, because she had told me up front that she wasn't going to make it because she had to work. And if she was going to come, she was most likely going to come real late, because she got off work like at like 10. And I want to say the spooky movie night was starting at like 6, I want to say. It was supposed to start, but I never had it. Okay, I canceled it. Boom. So after I canceled it, like I want to say like 1 or 2 weeks later, Amy texts me like, you trying to have a Friendsgiving? And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. I never did a Friendsgiving before. I'm like, but you know, I had made it up in my mind. If we gonna do this now, mind you, she came to me with this. Now, I had made it in my mind, like, if we gonna do this, I'm not canceling shit else. Because I'm not about to keep planning stuff, inviting people, then canceling last minute. When people, you know, arranging for them to be able to show up. So I'm not doing that. So regardless of what happened, now I'm thinking this is my close friends. This time, it's not no extras. It's really like my close friends. So everybody should follow through, because these are the people I can depend on to show up. If nobody else gonna show up, I know they gonna show up. So let's just plan something where it's just them. Okay, cool. So she come to me with the idea. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that. Like, what you want to do? You want to do like finger food? So now we plan. I'm like, what you want to do? Finger food, or how you want to do the shot? Yeah, we can do finger food. We can do wings. Da da da. Basically the same stuff we was gonna have at the spooky movie night. We was gonna have at our Friendsgiving, because we didn't want to do like a big dinner, because we had it that Sunday before Thanksgiving. We didn't want to eat no Thanksgiving food and then turn around and go to our family stuff and have to eat Thanksgiving food again. Like, who want to do that? You know, I'd be tired of Thanksgiving food by Friday. Okay, if I'm being honest. Okay. So yeah, that's what we decided now. I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, well, who we gonna invite? Because, you know, people don't follow through. You saw what happened on my spooky movie night. Who we gonna invite? She like, well, I ain't really got no friends. I ain't really got nobody to invite. So it could just be us. I'm like, well, how we gonna have a friendsmas with just me and you? Like, we can invite some other people. I'm like, I got like 2 people I know I can depend on to show up. Maybe 3. I'm like, you ain't got nobody to invite, like no cousins, no one good friend that you know would show up. She like, yeah, oh, I can invite my cousin. Let me see if she off. Let me see if she gotta work. Now, mind you, we're planning this by like the beginning of November. So by the time she reached out to her cousin like, well, I don't have my schedule for that week yet, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I'm like, well, let's just plan on us 4 for sure showing up. Like, these 4 people for sure being there. Let's plan on that. And then whoever comes is extra, okay, great. We're going to make sure we got enough food for them, but let's plan for this amount of people for sure. She like, okay, cool. So now I'm like, well, since we going to plan, I can ask my one friend to do, like, you know, to be in charge of like getting the decorations. Then I can ask my other friend to be in charge of like the games that we can play. Then me and Amy was gonna be the ones in charge of cooking. Like, we both was gonna cook. Everybody was supposed to bring a bottle. Okay, cool. As it was getting closer to time, I'm like, okay, she had texted me like maybe like 2 weeks or a week and a half before the actual day of our Friendsgiving. She like, do you want to do brunch instead of doing finger food? Because if we do brunch, that'll be a lot quicker. You know what I mean? We can have it earlier in the day. I'm like, okay, that's perfect, because we planning on having it on a Sunday. And most likely, everybody got to be back to work on Monday. So yeah, let's just do a brunch so we can get it out the way. We changed everything stayed the same in terms of me and Amy was cooking. My one friend was bringing the decoration. The other friend was in charge of the games. But instead of everybody bringing a bottle, we changed it to everybody bringing a bottle of wine, because we was going to do mimosas. We decided, like, I'm like, well, so what you want to buy? I'm like, since you going to do it, since we both doing the food, first of all, what is our menu? So we decided on our menu. And we decided on who was buying what. She was buying her stuff and I was buying my stuff. We was just going to do it like that. And then she was going to post it. She was supposed to come over earlier in that day. Her and my other friend that's supposed to decorate, that was gonna come over earlier in the day. My friend Amy, me and her was gonna cook, and then my other friend was gonna decorate. That was the plan. That was the original plan. So I'm like, okay, cool. I want to say, now mind you, the event is on Sunday. She texted me, I want to say Wednesday, and she was like, when you going to get your food? Like, when you going to get the stuff that you're going to cook or whatever? I'm like, I don't know. My mom was coming into town because she don't like to go grocery shopping where she stay at. So she like to come up here and go grocery shopping. Like, well, come to Cleveland and go grocery shopping. So when my mom was coming up, my mom, you know, she be going to like Costco, Sam's Club, that type of stuff. So I'm like, well, when my mom come up, I just go to the store with her, because I can get more for my money. Like, I can get stuff in like a bulk. Versus, you know, buying packets of packets. Like, I can get a bulk of stuff. Whatever. So I'm like, I'm telling her, I'm probably going to wait till my mom come up the weekend, which like on Saturday. And I'm probably going to get all my stuff Saturday. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get. She's like, well, I was gonna say we can go together, but I have to work. So would you be able to get everything and I could just send you the money? I'm like, yeah, cool. You can send me the money. That's fine, because at the end of the day, I'm going to the store regardless. So it's not gonna inconvenience me by getting your stuff, the stuff that you were supposed to get too. Especially since for the most part, I made the menu. So I already know what we need to get. So yeah, I get it. She also was asking me like, well, what I'm supposed to get again? Because again, I pretty much came up with the menu. So she like, what I'm supposed to get again? What I'm supposed to get again? So I'm telling her, so I go back, I scroll back up to the text and I screenshot it to her like, okay, you're supposed to get this. I'm like, is that cool? Like, yeah, it should be depending on, how my money looks. I'm like, okay, I get it. Are you going to be able to get everything that you said you're going to be able to get? If not, I'll be able to get what you're not going to get. Just let me know. I'm like, but if you can't get nothing, let me know too, because I'll just, front whatever you not going to be able to get. And then we might have to cut some stuff off the list too if it's just too much, but just let me know. Keep me updated. Like, this is a me and you thing. So I'm not going to be mad if you can't afford something or if you can't get something or whatever, because I get it. I know ain't nobody trying to go broke to throw a friendsgiving. So I'm not even gonna be mad about it. But just communicate to me what's going on. Like, if you ain't got it, let me know. So she like, no, I should be able to get everything. That should be cool. So I'm like, okay, cool. You sure? Nah, I verify, like, are you sure? She like, yeah, everything should be cool. I'm like, well, instead of getting a fruit tray, because we was gonna do a fruit tray, which, yeah, we end up doing it, but yeah. So instead of doing a fruit tray, we can just buy our own fruit and we can just cut it up and plate it. We don't have to buy an actual tray that's gonna be like $20. Like, we ain't gotta do that. We can just do the cheaper version of that and make our own little thing. We can go to Dollar Tree, get like a little cute little tray, a cute little Thanksgiving tray, and put like some fruit on it and call it a day. It ain't that big of a deal. We ain't gotta. She's like, okay, cool, yeah, that might be what we have to do. I'm like, and we can just get like 2 fruits that we know everybody eat. Friday come and I text her because by that time I haven't heard from her again since a couple of days ago. So like, now that it's getting closer and technically me and her planning this together. Now I didn't let my friends and everybody else know. Like, let me just get there. Okay, so now that it's getting closer to the time of our Friendsgiving, I'm reaching out to her. I text her on Friday, like, so do you know how much your stuff is all together? Because I'm thinking like, well, just send me the money tonight. So when I go in the morning, I'll just have everything instead of trying to get your attention in the morning when you saying you gotta work. So I text her like, do you know how much all your stuff gonna cost? Skip the part. Let me go back. Let me rewind it. So now the menu, we was supposed to have, all the breakfast food for the most part, and then we was gonna have fried chicken. Now, I don't really like to fry food. I just don't like to do it. It's messy. It's just, I just don't like, I would rather not fry. And don't get me wrong, I love me some fried chicken, but if I'm making chicken, most likely I'm putting it in an air fryer or the oven. Now, I fry chicken every now and again if I really, really crave it. But yeah, long story short, I don't really like frying stuff. Chicken, fish, nothing. I don't like frying stuff. It's too messy. I had texted like when we was talking about what day I was going to the store. Mind you, we're having a conversation already. So I'm like, well, can you fry the chicken? Because I don't really like frying food. Like, can you fry the chicken then? I was buying the chicken, but can you fry it? She ain't text back. I'm just like, okay, well, maybe the bitch don't want to fry the chicken then. So whatever, I'll fry it if it's that big of a deal. Because clearly she ain't feeling that idea. Okay. So she ain't reply back. So I just let it rock. We ain't say nothing else to each other that day. So like I said, this was like Wednesday. So Friday come. And I'm just like, oh, damn, I ain't heard from Amy in a minute. Like, I'm thinking a minute because to me, that's a long time when we're planning something. That's how I look at it. Like, I like to be ahead of shit. So if we planning something, I want us to consistently be talking about it so we're on the same accord, especially when I have the experience of people not following through. So when I realized I didn't even realize she didn't text me back about the chicken thing because it just was what it was. I wasn't pressed waiting around for her to text me back about it. But when I was thinking about it on Friday, like, damn, I ain't heard from Amy in a minute. Like, our thing coming up in a couple of days. Let me text her. Let me see what's going on. I'm like, do you know how much your stuff gonna be? Have you looked at how much your stuff on average would come up to? Like, it don't have to be the exact amount, but on average, do you know how much your stuff gonna be? And no text back. I'm just like, okay. So as Friday went on and I still didn't get a text back, I'm like, okay. So I text her again. Now, mind you, I'm not even thinking nothing of it because I'm thinking she's somebody that's gonna follow through because she ain't never did this shit before, to be honest. So I'm like, so as the day going on, I'm like, damn, Amy ain't even text me back. Let me text her again. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to the store in the morning. Did you still want me to get your stuff? Or you got it? No text back. At this point, it's like maybe she got it by herself. Maybe she already got the stuff. And she like, well, I don't know how much my stuff is. It don't really matter because I'm getting it myself anyway. But again, she's not really communicating to me what the fuck is going on. Like, I haven't heard from this girl since she was saying she really didn't know if she was going to have the money to get all of her stuff. So I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. So I just was like, you know what? I'm not about to keep reaching out. I'm not about to press you. I'm not about to run you down. So Saturday came. My mom coming into town. And I'm telling my mama, like, you know, I haven't even heard from Amy. And we supposed to be having our friendsgiving. Now, my daughter going down with my mom. So I'm planning this whole thing around us having this friendsgiving. So, like I said, if y'all didn't catch it before, I'm not canceling it. I'm not. So whether one person show up or two people show up, we're having it because I'm not canceling it. I'm just not doing it. I already sent out invitations to my, my group of friends. Like, I'm not canceling it again after I just canceled my spooky movie night. I'm telling my mama, like, yeah, I haven't heard from Amy. Like, she basically just went MIA. Like, she hasn't said anything. Radio silence. Like, so I'm like, dang, so you're not having it? I'm like, oh, I'm having it. Now, I might not have all the stuff that I originally said I was going to have, but I'm going to still have it. So Saturday, before I even bought all the stuff when we went to the store, I text my friends that for sure was coming, my 3 friends. I text them and I'm like, okay, do y'all eat this, this, and this? So basically, we had everything that we were supposed to have originally except for the fried chicken. I just didn't do the chicken. Fuck it. So, yeah, so I text all my friends, like, do y'all eat all this stuff? Because I'm not wasting my money. I'm cooking and stuff. Do y'all eat all of this? Tell me what you don't eat. And my one friend, she don't really eat eggs. Okay, cool. Everything else, everybody else eat. Okay. Saturday come around, I'm thinking like, well, maybe Amy gonna reach out to me today. You know, maybe she just couldn't get back to me yesterday. Still nothing. Saturday then came and went. I ain't heard shit from her. No text back, no acknowledgement, no nothing. No, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it. No nothing. But by this point, I already bought everything. Like, and I didn't really care whether I bought everything or not. I didn't really care whether or not she showed up or not, because it wasn't even about me buying stuff. Like, but if we planned something together and you brought the idea to me, you should be more on it than I am. Like, I shouldn't be pressing you about an idea you brought to me. Like, that's insane. So yeah, Saturday, nothing. Radio silence. So Sunday comes, the day of our actual Friendsgiving. Still nothing from Amy. Not a word, not a peep, not a thumbs up to the message, nothing. Nothing. They come, I'm cooking. So now we had planned on the time, but again, now I'm like doing everything by myself. Now I gotta cook everything on my own because I don't have that extra help. So, and then we're cooking breakfast, so I didn't want to start cooking super early because I didn't want the food to be cold. But at the same time, I didn't want to start late, and I didn't want to be still cooking when people got here. So, you know, the day come, we have our Friendsgiving. Mind you, I'm working like a slave. I'm still cooking by the time my friends get here. Now, I'm at the end, like I'm just finishing up like the French toast, and then I just had to make the eggs. But other than that, everything is pretty much done. But it's still like, as they come, and I'm still in my like ran down ass clothes, like, cause I'm cooking. So by the time they get here, you know, after I finish cooking, I'm like, well, do y'all want to eat now? Cause I could say a prayer with y'all, but I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna go, you know, get dressed and stuff. But if y'all really are hungry, we can eat now. So they like, no, we can wait on you. Just go ahead and get dressed. Like, you know, we can just wait on you. Just go ahead. So, you know, I go get dressed or whatever, and I come back, and I'm, you know, we kicking it, we having a ball, we talking and shit, you know. And I'm just like, and I told them, because my friends didn't even know, because the only people that showed up was just my friends, you know. Telling them like, yeah, you know, originally I was planning this with my friend Amy, and I'm just telling them like what happened, like, and she ghosted me. Like, that was just so weird. Like, you ghosted me behind a Friendsgiving because what I'm perceiving as you didn't want to buy nothing, it wasn't that deep, sis. All you had to do was say that. Yeah, like, all you had to do was say that. Like, you didn't have to go MIA and go, like, fall off the face of the earth. Like, it wasn't that deep. Like, you do understand that, right? Like, it wasn't that deep. And I did post a short about this on my channel. So you'll be able to see like our friendsgiving and stuff, like a little quick glance at it on my channel. If you go to my shorts, you'll be able to see it. So yeah, back to the video. Like, and even if something came up, like you didn't think, even afterwards, even if you didn't make it or nothing, you didn't think to reach out to me and be like, hey, I know, da da da, I'm sorry, da da. Nothing, like just nothing. And to this day, I still haven't heard from her. And it's been what, maybe 2.5 months? And mind you, this is like like what I perceive to be. Maybe I had shit wrong, but what I perceived to be, this was my close friend. Like, so I don't know, for her to do that, that was just weird. Like, it's corny, it's childish, it's petty. And like, I just didn't understand it. Like, girl, we better than that. If you didn't, like, and even if it wasn't even about you not having the money, maybe you just didn't want to come, maybe something came up or whatever. But communication is key. Like, I just didn't understand the point of going MIA and blatantly ignoring me. And I'm not about to keep pressing you. So after, you know, I text her on that Friday and there was no text back, I just left it there. I didn't reach back out. I deleted her number and I kept it moving because that's weird. That's weird as fuck. And it was unnecessary. Like, all behind stuff. And it pisses me off because you came to me with this idea. You invited me to this. Like, if it wasn't at my house, it probably would have never happened because you invited me. So it irritated the fuck out of me. Hello? Like, I just didn't get it. Like, and to this day, I don't get it. Like, you went MIA because you didn't want to buy food for an event that you came to me about. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I just don't even be fucking with people, because people be weird. Like, the way they operate, the way they do shit is just weird to me. Like, and I just don't get that. At the end of the day, like, I thought we were better than that. I thought we were really good friends. I thought we were closer than friends. Like, we've been friends and cool for a very long time. Like, and it always been on some on and off shit, and it just never been consistent. But I feel like real friends, you ain't gotta talk every day or talk all the time. So that didn't even bother me. But the fact that you literally ghosted me behind some dumb petty shit is insane to me. And that just shows me that you clearly don't fuck with me the way that I fuck with you. Like, it's clear as day. Like, because I would have never did no shit like that. Especially if we're planning something together. And it's the week, and I was just talking to you 4 days before we were supposed to do it, and I'm acting like everything all cool. And then I just go with my yay and I'm ignoring you and shit. I would have never did no shit like that. But I have to remember, my mom used to always tell me, Naughty, people don't think like you. People not gonna react to things the way that you will react to them. Everybody don't have the same heart as you. Everybody not built like you. And that's something I have to keep reminding myself, because the whole situation was dumb. It could have been avoided. Whether you came or didn't come, you didn't have to ignore me. Whether you spent money, didn't spend money, you ain't have to do that. Whether you fried the chicken, or you didn't fry the chicken, it wasn't that deep, love. It wasn't. Like, I just don't get it. Like I said, I haven't talked to her since that situation, like right before, maybe like a week and a half before Thanksgiving, or a week before Thanksgiving. Now, my mom just mentioned her to me. This is why the story time came back up in my head. My mom just mentioned her to me the other day. Like, dang, you still haven't heard from Amy? I'm like, no. Mom, like, well, maybe something came up. Because you know how, like, when you be so caught up in how you feel about something, you don't really consider logic, or you don't really think outside of your realm of emotion or feeling that you in. And that's kind of where I was at with it with her. So my mom like, well, maybe something happened. Or maybe something happened with, like, you know, her family or her, or, you know, you never know. Like, I would reach out to make sure everything good. I mean, if something happened, you want to know as her being your friend, you know what I mean? Because it will make no sense to not be talking to her or not reaching out. And the whole time it's something major that happened and you had no idea, when you had control over whether or not you communicated with her. And I'm like, well, I don't think nothing happened, because we literally was in the midst of talking where she just decided to just stop texting me back, when we were literally texting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, So it just didn't make sense why something just randomly happened in the midst of that. And within these last 2 months, you ain't think to reach out to me whether or not something did or didn't happen. When you know you ignore me, I could see if we just fell off or whatever. But you know you blatantly ignore me and you spent me and you ghosted me behind some shit that you planned. Hello? Like, what? So, yeah, like, I'm just like, no, I'm not reaching out to her. Reach out to her for what? I'm like, she like, boo, you just don't know, Nadia. You just don't know. You know, your mom always want to be the logical one. So I'm just like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I might reach out to her. I had to think about it. Y'all want to know what happened? That next day. Oh, I forgot to say this too. Like, Amy not really like a social media person. Like, she don't really be on social media like that. Like, she got social media, but she don't be on social media like that. So, you know, I couldn't even keep up with her in terms of like what's going on in her life because she don't be on there. Like, she don't give updates. So the only way I would really know is if I was talking to her directly. But being that I wasn't talking to her, I didn't know. So yeah, I'm telling my mom, like, you know what, you're right. I might reach out to her because you might be right. Maybe something did happen and maybe it was so intense that she didn't even feel like reaching out to me, you know. So literally within a day of me having this conversation with my mama, I go on Instagram and guess who pop up? Amy, posting a picture, just popped up. Hello? Do you not see me? Oh, fuck me. Oh, it's fuck me. Oh, okay. That's cool. So yeah, that's basically what it was. It was fuck me. Because you just popped up on Instagram. So clearly nothing is wrong. Right? Hello guys. All right? Clearly nothing is wrong. Because you're on Instagram posting pictures. What, you don't even do that. Like, she might post on her story or something like that. But she posted a full, like, a post. Oh, it's really fuck me. Oh, so we not how I thought we was. Oh, okay. Well, I see you. New year, new you. Oh, fuck me, I guess. So I guess it's fuck you. Fuck you back. And it is what it is. I just feel like we were really friends. Like, this would no, like, play shit. Like, we were real friends. Had real conversations. Talked about real shit. Like, and you ghosted me behind a friendsgiving? Is the lines connecting in y'all head? Because the shit ain't connecting in mine. It makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't get it at all, baby. But yeah, so this was, you know, a story time about how my friend ghosted me behind some shit she brought to me. Behind a friendsgiving. Like, to even say this out loud is comical. Like, behind a friendsgiving. Maybe because she ain't want to spend no money. Maybe because she ain't had the money. Whatever the case may be as to why she did it, to me is not justifiable. Being that so much time has passed. Now, in the moment, I probably would have let it rock if she would have reached out maybe within that week. But being that so much time has passed, then you just popping up on Instagram, like, okay, I see you, boo. I'm going to just leave you where you at. I'm going to just leave you where you at. And we can just leave it there. So, yeah, I'm going to just end this video here. Thanks for watching. Please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video if you would like. Also, follow me on all my social media. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It will be linked in the description below. And I want to say I may have my idea in terms of what days I'm going to post on. But I'm not fully committed to it. So I might let y'all know on the next video. Stay tuned. If I ain't let y'all know by now. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video here. Bye, y'all. Catch y'all in the next one.